have no fear. The Law and You is here. Joining us today, we have attorneys Ed Ciarimboli and Greg Fellerman. How are you today?
We're hanging in there.
Superheroes at law. Here we go.
We try.
All right, let's get to this viewer-submitted question today. So, free legal advice for you. Jason in Dallas, he's saying, I just found out that there was a fraud on my checking account. What do I have to do to get my money back? This probably happens to a lot of people, and they're probably wondering.
This has actually happened to myself and Greg at our law office.
That's
so
true.
I'm gonna kick it to Greg because he really ran point on this and handled it with our CFO to tell you exactly what you're gonna need to do.
Colossal pain in the neck. So I believe we had to actually show proof. We didn't write the checks. We had to contact the bank. We had to give them, everything they needed to prove that we didn't commit this fraud. And we eventually got our money back, and it was not an easy process. We've actually talked to the banks about increasing the controls on the account so it doesn't happen. And it took a great deal of time, and it happens to everybody. It happens to people, businesses. The fraud is becoming rampant all the time, and it's just, you really have to be careful with your passwords, where you're putting your wallet, your checkbooks down. They can swipe your information.
Wow.
And people are very technically savvy getting your money. And the banks do a good job of protecting it. You get the phone call, hey, you just made this charge. That's not a bad thing, so don't get upset by it, but it's protecting your money, and then that also keeps your fees down because, the banks have to pass that on eventually if they lose that money.
This one was so bad. They didn't even have our names signed on the check. It was somebody else's. It was like Paul Jones. It's like, it was horrible. But it took.
Our bank was great, though.
Yeah, our bank was great, but it really, we had to jump on it immediately, and it was very. Had to close all your account.
Yeah, but you make sure you reconcile and pay attention to your transactions because that's when you catch it. Because sometimes most people don't catch it.
Right. Well, they've been there, done that, so they're the pros here. Give them a call, find them online, and send your questions for the Law and You to PAHomepage.com.